Hello, toy friends. Welcome back.
Mm.
I'm Will. That's Bob. And you're you.
Hey,
And we're here to talk toys and hang out. And hopefully, everyone's doing well. I know most of the
staying
country
warm.
is not staying warm. I am working on ways to try and stay cool because it's a sunny 85 degrees here in Florida today. And what's the temperature where you're at there, Bob?
We're in the mid 40s,
Mid
so
40s.
little
Okay.
cooler than you
All
are,
right.
but not snow and ice cold. So,
Yeah. We got Ian,
hey,
Mudhorn
Ian.
Station, mana mana. Let's see. Scott is hoping everyone's warm and safely home. Yes, the internet's going in and out over there. Ooh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh, might be forced to interact with other humans or read a book by candlelight. I don't know. Sorry, we
Or
ain't getting
just go to a
snow, but of
hotel.
course, yeah, yeah, just some rain. All right, getting slammed.
Yeah, that's all we got here is rain.
2 inches per hour for the next 6 to 8 hours. My
Yikes.
goodness.
You live
Of
in the
snow,
Arctic?
that is. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We'd be better if it was beer or ice cream. Hey,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, Goji's illustrations. Yep,
Oh, yeah. Those are
beautiful.
nice.
Jeff Morris, happy
Hey,
Sunday. Cheers to you, my friend. Uh, that's 12 to 16 feet. Is that even possible? Yes, it is possible, I
yeah.
think. But yeah. Um, in Arizona. Yeah, don't ask
Yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
summer, but it's nice. Yeah, it's nice right now. Yes. It's like bearable during the winters and then it's just like I like you step outside and I really feel like a vampire sometimes. Like I go like instinctively like flinch from the sun and the heat during the summer months. It's really bad. Uh
Yeah, it's like
Michael
that.
Gene Fleming, how you
Hey,
doing? Good afternoon. Nebula Nexus.
what's up?
And who else we got here? We got Ducati's in the house. Hopefully
Hey,
you're doing well and staying warm. Um, Tech Lover, same
what's
to
up?
you. And Crash is in the house. Sup? What's up?
Hey, Crash.
You're frozen? Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry to hear that.
no.
Or frozen? Nolan, how you doing?
Hey, hey.
Uh, let's see, 19 degrees over there.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna be cold too. It's in the 30s.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
guys, this
good
is
grief.
terrible. An inch an hour or a ton of snow and ice. Temperatures below freezing for the
Oh,
next
man.
several days. Awful.
Oh, man.
I will tell
What's
you,
up?
in Vandal, small world,
Hey,
greetings and salutations. Um, Vandal, are you Zaymot Rogue? Because he
desktop
usually
panel?
says greetings and salutations, right? And then he's got the dreadnought thing, or maybe he's not. It could be someone else. 113 degrees in.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it is Amot. Yes, yes, it is
Oh,
him.
that's, hey,
That's awesome. All right. Uh, so yeah, I had some rough days last week. We had one day where it was in the high 30s, and I had to put on a jacket.
oh,
And yeah,
but you survived.
it was a light jacket, and I actually did shiver while I was in my car, like getting ready. Like I was like I did like a little bit of a shiver, and I got reminded of what it's like to be cold. Um, but then by like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, like in the morning, yeah, I had to take that thing off. I was sweating my butts off. So I turned the heat on in the car for like the first time. But by like noon, like when we were having lunch, I was like, we need that AC again because it was hot as hell in the car. So
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty bad. It was a rough week for me. Uh,
oh,
yo, sup,
man, my heart's
y'all?
breaking. Really.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, the coldest I think I since I moved to Florida was there was a day where we got like a freezing warning because it was going to go below 32 degrees. But like once again, that's from like 3 in the morning till like 7. It was below 32, and then it
Oh,
just went back up to like 60 or 70 by the end of the day, and then got back down there. So people freak out,
yeah.
but it's more like below freezing for a few hours. It's not sustained. It doesn't stay that
Uh,
cold for, it just will dip to
mm,
that and then come right back up,
yeah.
So yeah, I'm warming my house with a nice fireplace. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. And your shipment
Are
of retro collection
yours in the
figures arrive
fireplace?
tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, bet you can't wait to get your grubby little mitts on those, huh? 22.79 delivered for 8 of the Mando figures, not Beskar.
Nice.
Less than $3 a figure. Dude, that is
Excellent
awesome.
deal.
That is great. That's
I
something to
have
be
a
really excited
feeling
about.
I have a feeling those are going to be getting painted up to all sorts of different characters.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to see those. Man, I was shocked. 31.6 degrees Celsius. It's
Oh,
10 degrees
that's
here.
not bad.
You bastard, you are minus 40 with wind chill. God
Oh,
damn it.
chills.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I'm just not cut out for the cold weather anymore.
Yeah.
I
You
would like to
just
go
need to
visit and
just need to move down to
experience,
the southeast.
yeah,
You
the
know.
snow. I wouldn't mind being a little farther north from where I am, where like we get somewhat seasons, like even
Mhm.
mild seasonal changes, because I do enjoy the seasons. But yeah, I don't want to be freezing, like shoveling
Well, you can move
snow.
up to like the Pensacola
Yeah,
or Gulf Shores
yeah,
area. They
they got snow in the Panhandle, I heard, and
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, world made of cardboard. Louisiana snowed 2 or 3 times, but hurricanes
Oh,
more
yeah.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't need that. Yeah, you have all the seasons every day. Yeah, like in the winter morning, it's actually winter for a couple hours, and then it
Yeah.
just goes. But it doesn't even like it's not even like seasons. It just goes from like being hot, and then you're just, I mean, being cold, relatively speaking, and then it's just
Mhm.
like hot again. You know, and it's just not great. Yeah, winter Arizona's beautiful, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I've
is
been up there. I
beautiful at
remember
night too.
we were like touring the rim of the Grand Canyon, and I was like wearing like jeans and a light jacket. And then we drove down to Phoenix, and about like halfway there, I'm like, "Hey, I gotta stop and get some like shorts and you know,
Yeah,
it's even with the AC on in the car, it was just
when
like
I
too hot."
when I worked for KB Toys, they did a week-long training meeting in Arizona,
Mhm.
and they rented
Oh,
like
okay.
this like facility, but it was so cool because it was like all outdoor, like your hotel rooms and everything, like all the halls were covered, but they were open air,
Oh,
the whole
interesting.
place,
Yeah.
and there was like big bonfire pits and like cool places, and like you could just
Hmm.
hang out and like talk, and like everything was like open air, but like you had individual rooms you could go into, but at night it
Right.
was like perfect. It was like it wasn't hot, it wasn't cold, it was just like perfect room temperature outside.
Yeah.
And so during the day we did have conferences and in these like great outdoor spaces, and
Mhm.
but at night, we all just gathered around the big bonfire and hung out, and like they
Oh,
had
that'd
like
be cool.
entertainment and stuff like that. It was a really nice retreat, and I really enjoyed going there. And I've always wanted to go back to Arizona since then.
It's a nice area. My parents
Yeah,
used to live out there for a while, so yeah.
yeah, I know. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's
The
sad.
last Toys R Us that I went into was in 23, and it was in Japan. So it's like
Yeah, I think I was
I was
there
yeah, I
as
was
they were
looking at Google
closing. Yeah,
Maps. Yeah, I was looking at Google Maps and happened to notice that it's like, hey, there's like a Toys R Us right by where I'm at. I've got to go,
check it out.
go
But
see
it was
it.
like,
Yeah.
was it one of the more modern ones where they're kind of like Toys R Us by name only? Like it's not really the same vibe.
Well, it was like kind of like the Toys R Us, Babies R Us combo, but
Oh, okay. Oh,
smaller because it was like
that's kind of
inside a mall.
yeah, that's kind
Um,
of like the
but
old style.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And although the what they had was like so different because like
Yeah,
used to they'd have like a whole aisle of like Star Wars, right? But in this one, it was like a whole aisle of Super Sentai stuff or Power Rangers,
yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
you want
Whatever the
to.
popular lines
Yeah,
of the land are. Yeah,
yeah. Then there was like a whole aisle of like Gundam model kits and stuff. It was just like it was like a Toys R Us, but funnily
nice.
different. But they still had like a little Lego
Yeah,
section and all
yeah,
that. So
yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, GameStop used to send us to Grapevine, Texas every year and they would put on a
Oh,
pretty good show for the managers, man. Yeah, I've got actually I was going through some stuff and I found some old pictures and things. We got to meet like they had Todd McFarlane one time just come in. I think
oh,
there was a
wow.
Spawn game coming out and he was just hanging out and like signing stuff for people. One of the managers like got like a tattoo of his signed and then like wrapped it because he was gonna fly home and then have it like the signature tattooed because it was like Spawn artwork on his arm or on his leg maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. And then I think they started going to Vegas too. I've never been
Oh,
to Vegas. I've been twice on a layover. Just like
mm.
had a stop in Vegas and got out. They have like slot machines in the airport, and I just like spent some money and like got back on my other plane. Yeah, like uh,
Nice.
oh, that's cool. That's where their home office is, and they would have us. They would host us. It was right by the airport too, I think. Yeah, we'd go there and have like a little convention.
Oh,
Um,
that's cool.
no, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. I did that probably 4 years in a row. I think four. I don't know. I can't remember. KB used to do meetings, but we used to have them in like we were in New Jersey, so we would have them in Atlantic City, New Jersey, most years. And
Oh,
that one time flying to Arizona was just to because they had people coming from all over the world. So there was training managers from all over the world. They had stores in Puerto Rico, Guam, Hawaii. Um, yeah, they had some really distant people, so they pulled people in from all over. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Uh, Wait, what? Yep, I was a manager for them briefly as well. They mandated no fraternization. My DM got fired for doing the nasty. Oh, Jesus. I could imagine, but fraternizing, yeah, I guess we had some fun. I gotta tell you, the GameStop crew was pretty wild, dude. We took because they made us all roommate too. Like and I remember they had free booze and
uh-oh.
yeah, one year like I had like one bottle in like each hand and like I was like Freddy Krueger of beers. Like I was like running around like uh two fisting, like just taking all these things and
hmm
not my roommate, but one of the other guy's roommates like crashed out early, so we room raided him and then dragged him in his mattress. We like folded him up like a taco and we left him in the lobby and yeah, we got a reprimand for that, but he took it well. It was fun. It was all
Yeah.
good fun. No, not toy booze, man.
Hey.
Hey, Marvin, how are you? Uh, yeah. Oh my God. So
hmm
that's funny. I found my old name tag. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could tease something. So I don't really have anything because I've been working on this big project, and I think I'm pretty excited about it. I wouldn't shut up about it to Bob before we went live, as a matter of fact. So I
Well,
might
now
as
you
well
got
just
me
keep
excited
blabbing
about
to
it.
you
So,
about it. But yeah, I pretty much been working on converting my garage into my new workspace slash studio. So this is all gonna go in there, and I'm gonna start streaming from that area, and I'll be able to work on projects, bigger projects. I'll have like a lot more space. The way I have it set up is I have like this new kind of workstation where I think I'll actually be able to um, stream with a table like right in front of me and be able to, hey, Firefly, what's happening?
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Looking
oh
forward to
no,
seeing
that's
you
all
at Joe
right. We're
Fest
just
as
hanging
well.
out. Yeah, yeah. Can't wait till Joe Fest. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I would never fraternize with my manager. Dave just isn't that attractive. You know, I got you.
It's all a matter of taste.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm really excited about it because I think it's going to just be just a much better like whole thing. Like right now, like all my work stuff is over here, so like I need a separate camera, and it's like hard to like transition and show
Yeah.
stuff. So I really think it's going to be like just a much more interactive and like I'll be able to record and get a little crazier on the streams because the old wife won't be able to hear me, so I could talk more about stuff. It'll be great, and I'm really looking forward to it. And also, it'll be a new way for me to display the collection in a way that I've never been able to before, and have more out because I have like a whole wall of shelving. that I'll be able to put stuff out on, and then just gonna be great. I just can't wait, and I
Yeah,
can't wait
look
to show
forward
it
to
to
the
you.
room
So
tour.
yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Just working on some climate control issues. That's because even in the winter, it's still hot in that garage.
No, I
So
bet. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. Uh, I knew the manager of KB's. Oh yeah, yeah, a lot of great people, man. Say what you will, I really enjoyed working for KB. I thought that before obviously the horrible stuff that happened towards the end, um, I really enjoyed working for the company. I thought it was an excellent company, and I intended on spending my entire adult life working for them. You know, my mentor in the company and the person who hired me, promoted me, and kind of trained me to become a manager. I started there as a seasonal, like a Christmas side help, like
Yeah, I did
just
that one
working in the
year.
stock room, and I worked my way up into a manager position, and then
Wow. Oh,
into
nice.
yeah, and then I was the training store manager, and then during
Mm,
Christmas of 2001, I got to run it was a district in Manhattan, and it was
mm,
probably the highlight of my career with KB Toys, and had some really interesting adventures there, um, running 5 stores. But shortly after that, they made some changes, and
yeah.
if you there's YouTube videos that explain the whole thing with Bain Capital taking over and um, sucking all the funds dry and tanking the company. But you know, GameStop, eh, you know, I'd say if someone told me they didn't like working at GameStop, I totally understand. And if someone told me they loved working at GameStop, I'd also understand.
Mm,
Because I worked for several districts. I worked for like 16 different stores at GameStop
oh,
and
jeez.
5 different district managers. Yeah, they kept moving me around. Like I was like I kept moving around not because I did anything wrong. It was because I
Yeah.
was good at like starting like kind of resetting stores, cleaning them up and fixing,
Mm,
getting teams up in there and stuff and working on them. And really different results with different district and
mm,
regionals. So up there in the Northeast, there were several different overlapping kind of areas. So yeah. So there was a lot of good people. Yeah, the company, not so much. So like I
yeah.
said, even the thing that they did, every year where they took care of us was all right. It was nice, but they're just the quality of life towards the end. They made a lot of changes when they bought EB Games. I don't know if you remember that. There was Electronics Boutique and there was
Oh, yeah,
GameStop. And,
yeah.
and GameStop was also a kind of collection of a bunch of other smaller companies that they bought up.
Mm,
Uh, there was Software, etc. Babbage's.
I remember
Funco
Babbage's.
Land was another name. There
Mm,
was one called oh, I can't remember the name. Anyway, they bought up all these smaller game companies and kind of you know put them all in there and made them. And then in I think it was it 2004 maybe or 2005 they bought up EB. The president, their main competitor, Electronics Boutique, um, sold to GameStop. So they've all became GameStops after that. And yeah, and after that they made some changes. I've heard a lot of people say they loved it, and I understand. If you had a good experience, if you had a great district manager and a great regional manager and a good
yeah.
team, and your location was like they were really oversaturated. Like in the area that I was at, I was in Northeast New Jersey. I mean, it was right outside of Manhattan. There was a store every time you blinked, there was opening up a new store, and you couldn't drive 2 feet without missing one. Yeah, yeah, I did.
Such a Dollar General of
I worked at one of the Babbage's stores, and they were cool. It even had like a plaque on the wall with like an ode and like a thing for Charles Babbage, an inscription and everything. And that store focused on computer software a lot more than like the regular console games. We had like an immense. Oh, it was at the Monmouth Mall in New Jersey, which is right by Red Bank, New Jersey. So if you're familiar with like Kevin Smith or any of his antics, that's like the
Oh
town. It
yeah.
was like the town away from there, um, and it was the Babbages there. But we had this very loyal computer software following there. Um,
Well, that's cool.
yeah, so it was a
Hey,
very
what
unique
up,
thing.
Josh?
Hey,
Mhm.
how's it going? And oh, nice. Remember local mall went to Babbage's, a GameStop? Yes. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Babbage's, GameStop, and an EB to three GameStops in the mall. Yes, thank you. Because that's what happened. So you would go to the mall. Software Etc. was another one. And I remember when uh, the mall, I think was it, I forget the name of the mall, but they had like it was Software Etc. upstairs. Um, GameStop downstairs and an EB on the other side, and then then it was three GameStops in the same mall. Yeah, and it was pretty cool. Yeah. Yes, DG's kind of overexpanded that way, where like they're just
Same.
everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah,
Babbage's.
same here.
People used to come in like old people, and they'd be like, "Baggage? You sell baggage?" And it's like, "No, it was Babbage's," because they kept up like the old like. And actually, that store never got a remodel, so it had like it was
Oh,
like just ancient, and all the other ones were like modern Game Stops, and we still had like the old like fixtures and everything. But I liked it. It was I liked it more.
it was
But we
retro.
did, yeah, it was like retro for back then. Yeah, yeah, that's so funny. That is so funny. Yeah. Oh my God. Yep. Old computer games with the Babbage's receipt inside, ink not
Oh
faded. Tax
wow.
was only 4% back in the 80s. Yeah, because back then they didn't use those thermal receipts, which fade over time, which is wild. Because I even have some of my original KB Toys receipts from when I was buying stuff where they actually had a ribbon and it printed in ink. And then later they updated the POS systems, and those are faded. I can still see like the receipt paper on the back says KB Toys and stuff, but
Mm.
what I purchased and how much it was, I don't remember anymore. Yeah, yeah, I loved those big PC game boxes with the
Oh
fold
yeah.
outs. Oh my God,
Hmm.
so nice. I have some too, and I can't wait to get them out on shelving and displayed. I have some wonderful packaging. Some of them would have like a raised like images like embossed. Oh my God, they're
Nice.
pieces of art, I think. And then they went to the smaller format. Then they went to the plastic clamshell with like the with just like
Hmm.
the DVD kind of insert in it, and
Yeah.
it lost all its fun for me, you know. Funko Land was great for the fun. Yeah, they had all the consoles that you could play them all the retro consoles. Um, the only thing they had was they didn't. I think they weren't computerized yet, but they always had like a menu on the counter with a list of every game like ever published, and you would like look through it and be like, "Oh my God!" Because yeah, I bought one of my most fun games that I have for uh, Nintendo, the original NES. I bought it when it's there's like they made like a Moses game. It's called like and I just saw it on the list and I was like, "Do you have that game? What is that about?" And it's literally like really bad, like 6-bit graphics. I don't know, 2-bit. I don't know. It's like really bad. It looks like Atari graphics, but it was on like on a like NES cartridge. Yeah, Exodus maybe or Bible Adventure. Yeah, yeah, Scotty, you had that, and you ran around and you would shoot and like a letter W would come out. It was the word of God. You were like blasting heathens with
Oh
it.
yeah.
I don't know. Let me know if that's the one. But by Wisdom Tree, yeah, it's a really oddball game, and it's just one of the most fun because a lot of times you would stand there at Funko and you'd like be looking down the list, and then you'd go like to the guy behind the counter like, "Do you have this?" And then like they would check their stock and they'd be like, "No, we don't have that." So like half
Yeah.
the time, and then like you'd take a pencil and like be like, "All right, they don't have that in stock. They don't have this in stock." Um, and like I saw that one and it was like an oddball because I'd never seen a list of every game published for NES, you know? So I went, "Bible
Yeah.
Adventures, do you have that?" And it's so funny because back then too, there was a in my town there was a store that opened up, and it was just like the Jesus store, and you could go in there
Yeah.
and just get all kinds. I mean, it was kind of weird because obviously I don't think Jesus wants to be on a bunch of T-shirts and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. It's just weird. But there was a store that had action figures, 3 3/4 inch Bible action figures, and I've tried to look them up because I wanted to buy a couple. I think I did buy one, and I bought a Jesus T-shirt, but um, I couldn't find any information on them. And I don't know if they were articulated. They may have been just, but they were 3 3/4 inch like Bible action figures, and I just always wanted to check them out again. Uh, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh
So,
yeah, Scotty loves that game. Yeah, I figured if anyone would, it would probably be you, buddy. Uh, I thought it was all right, but it was definitely unique, and I'm interested in it because it was such a unique game. What's up, Robert? Those are very expensive. I would imagine they were pretty rare because
yeah.
I don't know if like what the story is with them, but very odd. But it was just weird that I asked for an oddball game, and then the guy went, "We do have that," and I went, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah, peak. What is that? Funko Land Gaming before they got bought out by GameStop, and all the unique and funness of it kind of went away. Um, Obviously, people would come in when we were at GameStop, and they would just say, "Do you have this?" And we could search it in the computer. Got much easier.
Oh yeah. Not bad.
Yeah, later on you could just search everything, and you could see. I used to sometimes in the GameStop computer just um, type like the category heading for like Nintendo or whatever, and just see everything that they made. Just the same way, like just looking through the list because, um, like the way it worked in GameStop was like I think they're just like a 2-digit code, like 23 was Xbox, and it just showed you every Xbox. If you just hit like 23 and enter, it would just show you
Hmm.
everything in that category. Um, and it's even funny because at some point they ran out of like SKU numbers, and they had to start using like old Nintendo ones for like new systems coming out, and they had to like delete them. So sometimes you'd be in like Xbox 360 and like original like NES games would still be in there because they didn't like wipe them yet or something. Yeah, it was weird. Uh, oh, so you know what? I'm glad someone
Oh,
else remembers the 3 3/4 inch Bible figures because I thought they were pretty wild. Yeah. Oh, yes. Exodus game with Moses on the cover. And you know what, Scotty? Now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure I saw this on stream one time. You were streaming and you had one of these games out, and I may have commented on it back then too. Um, like I think I'm remembering it now, but yeah, there you go. That's great artwork. Look at that
yeah.
Exodus.
That's it.
There's Moses. Look at that.
Nice.
That's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. That's great. That's great. Oh, that's an even better picture. There you go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, now you can see. That's great.
Well, yeah, Moses been working
That's on
out.
the cassette. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Yes.
It's like Buff
Um,
Moses.
yeah, excellent. That's cool. And yeah, so Scotty wasn't even the only one. I think World Made of Cardboard said he remembered those.
Nice.
Um, John the Baptist, fantastic. I love him. David and Goliath, yes,
Oh,
awesome. Limited articulation, 5 POA. Okay. And John and
okay.
David both had soft goods. Yes, I do remember them. And I wanted, and it was like the store was there. And then, like, the next time I went back, it was like gone because it was like a mom and pop
Mm.
shop. Like, they opened up, and obviously, but yeah, I had the best shirt. Do you remember in the 80s they had Oakley sunglasses and they were big,
Hmm.
and it said like Oakley, like thermonuclear protection, right? Like on the Oakley label, I don't know, Oakley
Hmm.
shades and everything. But mine said it was like the same font, but it said Jesus, eternal combustion protection. And people would think it was the Oakley shirt all the time, but it
Hmm.
said Jesus. I love that shirt. It was so cool. And 8 inch Mego Jesus. Nice. Okay. Oh, you did have David and Goliath. Okay. He was bigger, of course. Fantastic. Yeah.
Well, he should
I
be.
just, what were they called though? Because I've looked for them on eBay and stuff, and I just can't find them. Or like, there's no, I couldn't even find like an archive of them, like an action figure archive or something, because I was interested in them. Peter was cross-eyed. Bad, yeah, they were probably made they were probably not made,
Inexpensively. Yeah.
yeah, inexpensively. I also got Armor of the Lord figure, but he was about 5 inches. His accessories fit fairly well with classified. Very cool. Those are
Oh,
newer
that's
ones that
nice.
they just came out with. Um, I know they were doing some in like 6 inch, right? Someone was doing them in 6 or 12 inch last year, maybe the year before.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Robert saw them too. So yeah, they did exist. I do remember. Um, that was a fun
Oh
memory.
yeah,
But yeah,
gotta have elbows to work that sling.
yeah. But yeah, a lot of good times working for those companies though, and a lot of good memories. So yeah. Oh, World of Maybe Cardboard saying he looked too. He can't find them.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if it's like just like not that they were knockoffs, so to speak, but like they just didn't have the wide distribution that like toys of this era. And we're talking this was in the '90s, I believe. So
Hmm.
maybe people didn't keep them on package, or people played with them and then just kind of like you know, it wasn't like Star Wars or something where,
Right.
people will keep like Star Wars party napkins from like 1970 because it says Star Wars on it. It's got to be worth something, right? Like people like get caught up in that like speculation and hype train, so
Oh
maybe.
lordy, it's like the '90s comics all over
Yeah.
again.
He was early 90s. Oh, like the rest of yours,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
just in a different scale. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and you know what's really interesting is I think in an interview I was watching with Kirk Bazigian from G.I. Joe. He worked for Hasbro, right?
Hmm.
He had mentioned that at some point in the 90s, um, and this was just a small tidbit in an otherwise longer interview, that he did a Bible. Thank you, Gojitron. Bible Greats from 1991 to 92, and that does ring true. So, yeah, he had mentioned that he had worked with someone else, one of the other designers from Hasbro, on a Bible based toy line. And I was just wondering if it was the same toy line that I had seen in stores, or if it was a totally different one. Bible Greats from Rainfall Toys. Okay. Hey
Rainfall
guys, you
Toys,
are
but
awesome. I'm going to write it down
yeah.
because, yeah, it's just one of those things where memory just pops into your head. You just, you're
Mm.
like, do I remember seeing that? Was it a fever dream? I don't know. Did that happen? Bible Great.
Yeah, I just saw
Rainfall
recently
Toys.
saw a video about Blue Streak from the Transformers, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that was like my first big car Transformers. I had some of the little
Yeah,
car ones, but I'm thinking Blue Streak. I'm fairly certain that was like my first big car.
I can't remember my first one. I would say my first one was probably a GoBot. Yeah, my first Transformer was definitely a GoBot. And I was like, I like this Transformer, but I do remember yeah, I don't want to get into it, but I acquired Optimus Prime through means that I'm not proud of. Uh, and
We've all been
okay, I'll
there.
just tell you this
Yeah.
story. I was in this like I was in there's like a small stationery store in my town, and I just walked out the door with it.
Package and all, just
You
picked it up
just
and walked it.
walked out the door with it. No one said anything. Just kept walking. And that was
Yeah.
pretty much it. And actually, no, I'm sorry, it was premeditated. It was premeditated because another memory unlocked. The cassettes, Buzzsaw and it was a two
Rumble
pack
and
on a
Frenzy.
card. It was like
Yeah.
Frenzy and Laserbeak or Buzzsaw, which was the alternative to Laserbeak, right? And I
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think I had Soundwave, and I would just go look at the toys all the time. Like I would just
Hmm.
sometimes I would just go in the store and just read the packages. I didn't have the money for it, but I would just look at them and literally like just put them back on the pegs and leave. You know, sometimes the old man at the it was like a Hallmark store, but they had a little like
Okay.
toy section, but they sold gum and candy and cigarettes and
Mm.
newspapers and stuff, right? And they, so one day I was in there and I was looking at the card at one for the Soundwave cassettes, and my friend rode up on his bike and like knocked on the window, was like, "Hey, come on," you know. And I didn't realize I still had it in my hand. This was like legit. Like I just kind of was. I ran out to say hi
Hmm.
to him, and then like I was walking to like my bicycle, and then I looked down and it was like in my hand. I was like, and like nothing happened. So I was like, or I could just get on my bike and ride home, and I did, and no
Yeah.
one said anything. And then I
Yeah.
think I went back and I was like, if it worked for that, it might work for Optimus Prime. and and, and I did
So
it.
now, what's the statute of limitations on these?
Oh, it's got to be over by now. No,
Yeah.
so
No.
the funny
Yeah.
story is I actually was just talking to my buddy about it was that the next time I went in there, I did try to steal some GI Joe figures. and and I got caught and banned from the store forever.
Mm.
And the funny part about that was, so I walked into the store and I had like three GI Joe figures in my hand, and um, I tried to put them in my book bag, I think, and I got caught mid like trying to stuff them in my book bag, and the yeah, that's right, yeah, I'm
Hmm.
confessing to my heist,
The the
my
wo- the 118. Yeah.
yeah.
Come to Jesus meeting.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I've repented for my horrible sins of the past. But he caught me mid like I tried to like zip up my backpack, but they wouldn't go in, and then I was like, ah,
Mm.
and then he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, and he was like, "Yeah, get
Nothing.
out of here, give me those back." You know, he's like, "Don't ever come back, kid."
Stay out
So
of the Woolworths.
this the funny thing is though, I went back like the next week, and and I went back the next week and I went back for years later, like years, right? So,
Hmm.
um, I would go, I would buy stuff. I never tried to steal from him again, you know, obviously, like I learned my lesson. I'll get you caught every time. Uh, yeah, at least I didn't steal the Bible figures. So, uh, I remember my brother. Okay, anyway, so the funny part was I shopped there all the time because it was like right next to the pizza shop in my town. It was like right there, so we would always go there, you know. So like I went in
Hmm.
there buying gum when I was like 17, maybe. I think I was 17 years old. It must have been close to 10 years. I was probably like 8 or 9 when I stole like the things. Right? When did Optimus Prime come out? I was 10, maybe. Maybe I was 10. It was like 7 years later, right? Um, One day I'm in there randomly. I think I was with some girl. I think I was driving, and I walk in, and she went to go buy a pack of gum, and I was just like with her. I wasn't buying anything. The guy just points at me and he goes, you're banned. Get out."
Oh, geez.
And after
The
like
Hallmark Nazi.
7 years, he remembered me all of a sudden and threw me out of the store from something I did when I was 10. And I just remember the girl going like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's
No
not
candy
talk
for
about it."
you.
Yeah, 1984. So I was 9 when I did that, and then I was like 17. So yeah, it's like 8 years later. Anyway, it was just funny because my friend was telling me a story about the guy that worked there. Um,
Mm.
he wasn't stealing, but I think he was trying to buy cigarettes and he couldn't, and got in like an argument with the guy or something. And yeah, it was just funny because, like I said, I was like, dude, I've been coming here for years. Like, I just thought he forgot. Like, I just thought, like, the next time I went in, I thought it was like okay, you know. I don't know. It was just very funny. I was a bad kid. I don't
We've all had our.
deserve. Uh, yes, repent. We need the offers. Yes, yes, yes. Oh God. Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately,
Mm.
hey, those There was no way I was getting that Optimus Prime. It was like 20 something dollars.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I never had Optimus Prime. I just
if I went, so the store doesn't exist, but it would be funny to walk in there and try and there'd be like, there's a really
something.
old man and he like puts on his glasses. Wait a second.
His glasses are probably like this
Yeah.
thick, and
Hey, I know
got those,
you. Listen, we
big
used to do
Mr.
other
Magoo
stuff
eyes.
there. That strip center was pretty fun. Just talking about young hijinks. So there was like the stationery store, a laundromat, a liquor store, a bakery, a pizza shop, and then the supermarket. Right? But
Mhm.
a lot of those shops had a front door and a back door. Like the pizza shop,
Yeah.
you could walk through, you could park in the front or the back. The laundromat had a front and back door, and they usually kept them
Mhm.
open because they always had the dryers running. And a fun stunt for us as kids was to try to ride your bike through the front door of the laundromat out the back door. And there was this dude there that worked there, and he would grab you like hard off your bike if he caught you. So you'd wait for him to go behind the machines, and then you'd go for it. Uh, we had
But there
some
was a
good time.
place my
We had
mom
some
used
good
to go to
time.
get her medications and whatnot, and like a few
Mm.
stores down was a hobby shop, and it was like a old, like a real hobby shop, but it also had like action figures and comics and stuff, and so yeah, it had that like whole front and back door system.
Yeah, yeah, I like that, but it was fun, man. If you could go through the, so like it was like a, if you did it, you got like points with the team, like you were
Mhm.
just cool because
Right?
you
Yeah.
rode through the whole laundromat and you didn't get busted. But oh yeah. If the guy caught you though, man, he'd give you, and we did, we rang people's doorbells and ran away and you know, uh, went out the night before
Rolled
Halloween
wands and
and threw shaving cream and toilet paper over the power lines and made like a car wash of towel, paper towel with like shaving cream all over it. So when cars drove through it, they got all messed up and stuff. Yeah, we had a good time. Uh, no, the store was that whole strip was plowed down and they made room for a bigger supermarket. So they're all gone, all those
mm.
stores. Uh,
But
but
if you
yeah,
try
it
to go
was.
in that supermarket,
No, I won't get. I can't. I won't even get into the stuff that happened in that supermarket. Do you remember the? Do you remember the candy aisle where you could scoop the candy and buy it by the pound?
oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure I want to
I'm
know.
not saying I ever filled my pockets, but yeah, it may have happened.
Okay, filling your pockets is one thing. Putting other stuff into the candy bins for other people to scoop up.
No,
That's
no, no, never did that. No, we would go and let's see. Oh, I wonder what these gummy bears taste like. I've never had one of these. Let me try. I need to taste one to be sure if I'm gonna like them.
Mhm.
Oh, oh, M&Ms. I'm not familiar with those. Let me try one. Yeah, gumballs. What on earth could they taste
What's
like?
a gumball?
We
Yeah.
we we need a sample. So yeah, we would. That's why they don't have those anymore. Is because kids like me.
Yeah. Going to ruin it for everybody. Yeah. It's not good.
My big bicycle fun was avoiding cow patties and not avoiding
Mhm.
the guy the old that guy had like a grip like a gorilla though, man. He would grab you and like like just and then he would make you turn around and you'd have to like go out the front door again. He wouldn't let
Oh,
you complete the mission. And young William into your story. No, don't.
yeah.
That was pretty bad. Oh, a gobstopper? I've never had one. What could these taste like? I think I need a sample to know if I like these or not, right? I mean, that was
Mhm.
like the logic, and then it was like a handful, and it was just fun. And I wound up working at that supermarket when I was 14.
Oh,
And I got so mad because me and my friend, we both got jobs there, right? Like pushing carts and stuff.
mhm.
And uh, and one day, uh, he was walking back to the break room, and some little kid was, generously sampling the candy, and he
Yeah.
told on the kid. and he got him in trouble. And I said, we used to do that all the time. What are you kidding me? I'm like, we used to do that like every day after school. What are you nuts? And he's like, it's not right. And I was like, dude, you're such a hypocrite. I don't know. Whatever. Uh,
Oh, there
you
you
know
go.
what?
Yeah.
I would actually love to make a trying to get through the laundromat without getting gorilla gripped off your bike playset. That would be awesome.
I wonder if you could get one of those like Stranger Thing kids with the bicycle to get a good start on that.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That is a good
Hey,
idea.
it's so funny.
They've got yes, yes. They've got great bicycles. Yeah, you're right. That would be so much
And
fun.
then like perfectly scaled, kids to go on them.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you just
And oh, and the guy kid's
then you
name's
just need to
Will
make like a
too.
whole. Oh yeah,
He's Will
yeah.
on a bike. Yeah, the Stranger Things radio van is a pretty neat toy. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, yeah, I got countless adventures. I had quite a colorful childhood. So, but we'll move on from that. That was just fun reminiscing there. But we did so. We, here's what I'll say because I know my wife tells me I'm a bad kid all the time, but we were very
Oh,
mischievous. I wouldn't say we were evil. We were, just mischievous and got into some fun, and sometimes yeah it did kind of go over cross a line, and there was consequences, so I'm not saying that we got away with everything. We got busted
oh,
quite a bit.
but that just turns you
But yeah,
into a better. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I will tell you, if my kids acted the way I acted when I was a kid, I would be furious. Furious. My kids never did anything like crossing the line or even got like a bad. I got so lucky with my kids. They've never even brought home a report card that was like less than stellar. I mean, they're just
Well,
great
awesome.
kids, great students. Um, Attendance maybe wasn't perfect, but they were pretty good.
It
But
happens. Yeah.
nothing as bad as what
So,
I've done.
well, my cardboard here's got a good idea. Remember those like rev up bikes?
Yes.
Um, that you'd
Oh, I
watch
love
on?
those.
Like there was like the Evil
Yeah.
Knievel and then some of the
Yes,
generic.
and you have to
Yeah,
get.
this would be
My
perfect.
brother bought me one when he met me at Joe Fest a couple of years back. I have the Evil
Oh,
Knievel
awesome.
motorcycle, so yeah, that would have been a great stunt for. I'm gonna ride a motorcycle through the laundry. I think we might have tried it at the pizza place, but the pizza place you couldn't do it because it wasn't a straight run. Like the door
Mm,
was on the opposite side, and you had to go around the counter, and then there was the Miss Pac-Man machine in the back, and you would have got all
yeah.
messed up. Yeah, no way you're doing that. Um,
Yeah, the hobby shop wasn't a straight shot either. You'd have
yeah,
to weave through aisles and whatnot. But
that's awesome. The free box at the local dump. That's awesome.
oh,
That's cool. I wish there was a free box at the local dump here. Um, that would have been a lot more fun.
a 118 Scout Big Wheel, that'd be awesome to have.
Yeah, we had some fun adventures with those too, but
Mm,
we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, we did some wild stuff. There was hills. Florida's just flat, so like we would go up to the top of the steepest hill in town, and big wheels, bicycles,
mm.
wagons, go karts that we built that fell apart. All kinds of stuff, and we were just and the bad part was at the bottom of the hill was a T intersection. So if you didn't
Oh,
stop, you were gonna ride into someone's backyard or whatever. There's some hedges and something. Um, yeah, posts keep disappearing. Hmm. I don't know what happened. Like posts on Instagram or videos. Oh, very cool. Oh, a little Bible action figure. Michael,
oh, hey,
fantastic. That's great. That's
almost
the
looks like a
cloth
Jedi.
goods? Yeah. Nice Jedi robes.
Hmm.
This must be oh. Oh, this is a Tomb of the Resurrected. This is a 5-inch figure now. Jesus Bible Quest
Okay.
Apostles action figure. Okay. Um, you know what? Oh, Zaymont Rogue. Oh, I don't know if there's any moderators in the chat, but sometimes it depends. If you tried to post a link, it might have like it might have it hidden, and like an admin or a
Mm.
moderator has to approve your comment. So that could be it. And I haven't been moderating the chat, so that could be it. I might have to open up the live stream here in studio. That could be what you're talking about, right? I think that is what's happening. Let me go over here and I could open up the control room.
It looks like Epic Badger's on it.
Yeah, that's what it could be. It could be just they paused your. Let's see. I can't see anything in here. Oh, I just saw a proof comment. There you go. That's what it is, Michael. Sorry about that. Sometimes it just does it automatically, and if I'm not paying attention. But yeah, thank you. That's great. You found some Bible action figures. That's very cool. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, snow days, I loved them when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, when I was a kid, because it meant like no school. But
Sledding was like so much fun. I don't know, man. If you guys, that was so much fun, and you know, it was great when we were kids. I will tell you what was not fun because I did it in like my mid 20s, maybe my late 20s. One day we had a snow day, and I was like, "Let's go sledding, everyone!" And I'll tell you, my back and my legs and everything, like just as an adult going down those hills and like off jumps and stuff, I was bruised and battered, and I like couldn't walk the next day. Like, but when I was a kid, we would go nuts, you know.
oh yeah,
Um, and we would use just about anything as a sled. Garbage can lids. You take a piece of
piece of
cardboard. You
yep.
could take a piece of cardboard
I've
and rub
used
soap
cardboard
all over it,
sleds.
or wax. You get some wax or soap, and you glide right down that hill.
Mm,
And then the coolest thing would be like someone's dad would always bring like a giant tractor inner tube or something, like a giant tube,
hmm.
and you spray some like whatever cooking spray on there or something and whatever to make it go. Vroom, and we'd build a big ramp on the bottom and go flying off that.
Oh no,
It was awesome. It was awesome.
yeah. I remember one year
Yeah.
we were out in Oklahoma visiting my sister around Christmas, and Oklahoma's not known for its hills, but it snowed.
Yeah.
So my dad had the bright idea of, well, let's just tie the sled behind the car and I'll just drive around the parking lot of her like apartment complex. And so we made a few rounds, and then the manager comes running. I'm like, oh my God, you gotta stop.
You can't do that. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun, man.
Uh,
Plastic bag with snow. Yeah, the best
yeah.
sled ever. Yeah. You could certain snow suits. Do you remember like sometimes you had like the jackets, but I remember there was this one year like for Christmas, we got like Sears made like a snowsuit matching jacket. You had like the overalls you pulled up and then you had the jacket you put on. And that was made out of like this
Oh,
vinyl
yeah.
material that basically made you a human sled. You just run and like do a baseball slide right down the hill. It was awesome. It was awesome. Oh man, it was great. And like just just amazing. And that was great because I didn't have a job. We did
Mhm.
also though to make a little extra money, grab a couple snow shovels, walk around the neighborhood, offer to shovel people out. And I remember one time we did like this huge house. It was all the way up this hill. It was like this old lady, and she paid us in like pennies and candy corns left over from Halloween. It was so gross. But I remember like we like worked so hard too, man. It was like probably a good couple feet of snow, and we got like her whole walkway, her driveway. She had like a driveway on the side of her yard and like a driveway in the front.
Oh Lord.
And like
Yeah.
and I remember my sister, because it was my brothers, and my sisters, right? And I think we took like all day to do like her house. And I remember like we were walking home, and she's like, "This is all she gave us." It was like a sandwich bag with like some like pocket change in it, and like and then like another one with the you know candy corns from like Christmas like left over. It was probably like
Some
a,
like
maybe
Werther's.
Yeah, like
So
less than
there's
a dollar.
butterscotch.
Oh, here's a penny for each of you. It was
Yeah.
horrible. But we did. There was other times though where we made good money though, and we're able to go buy some pizza. Most of the time, we would do something like mow a lawn, and then you just go spend the money on pizza, or
Hmm.
like get like a if we were like really feeling crazy, we get like a giant meatball sub or something great like that. You know what I mean? Um,
Hmm. Yeah.
so good stuff. Good stuff.
Or my neighbor used to have this like huge lawn, and it'd take me like almost all day to mow it, and then get $5 and a cold Coca-Cola, which
Yeah.
the $5 was kind of like, but since I wasn't, my parents weren't big into like colas. Getting a cola it's like, oh, okay, this is a bit of a treat.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man. I loved it. I didn't feel like the cold. Like walking to school in the morning was miserable. Um, because you couldn't cut through any shortcuts because like all the snow and everything, you'd be like trudging through the
Hmm.
snow. But um, yeah, it was really it got bad for me when I was an adult and I had to drive through it to get
Oh
to
yeah.
and from work because it really just added like an extra, hour to your already ridiculous commute every day, like
Yeah.
um plus like as an
Well,
adult, like when you're a kid you get cold, you just go inside. You throw your
yeah.
boots near the heater. Yeah, you get some hot cocoa, like you just watch some cartoons for a while, then you go, all right, I've warmed up, and you go outside and you do it all over again, right? Um, it's just fun. You're having a good time.
Yeah, but as an adult, especially
Yeah,
like
what an
here in
accent.
here in
Like, how'd she
Alabama.
know? How'd she know about the Optimus Prime? Maybe it was karma. Yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, the old lady paying for pennies is funny. And I'm telling you, it was the heist of the century. I just held it in my hand and just like stood there like frozen. And then I just went, all right, now's the time. I just walked out the
Yeah.
door. No one said anything. Just, oh, karma. Yeah, maybe karma.
Mm.
I was a bad kid. And I remember my brother found it because I hid it under my bed when I got home. Like, and I was like, because anyone that saw it would be like, "Where'd you get that thing?"
Yeah.
And he found it, and then he had this long. I think he's watching. But Michael, do you remember the time you sat down and he told me that I was so he was trying to like scare me straight, telling me about juvie and stuff and what would happen if I got caught, right? And but like as a kid, like he painted this picture of me, right? And he's like, as punishment, they're gonna take all the toys you've stolen and lock you in a room with them or something. And I thought when he was telling me, I was like, that would be awesome. That was a good idea. But then he changed it. Obviously, he's like, you won't have any friends. You'll be, locked in a cell. Do you want that? And I was like, wait, can I take my toys? I was like 8, but I do remember him giving me this like stern lesson, and he was like, you can't do this, and I did stop. I stopped doing it.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, I do remember how smart I was. I was like, okay, if I just stand here long enough, they're gonna get distracted, and I can just walk out. Oh, so I missed some stuff there. Yes, karma. I've gotten plenty of karma for my uh yeah, you could get 6 G.I. Joe figures. Absolutely. Most of the
Mhm.
time, though, any windfall I got like that or earned um, would definitely go towards snacks. We were. It was something to do too. Like you got a
Sure.
couple bucks, you go get a pizza, and they had an arcade machine in the pizza place. It was the only place like in town that had like, or we could go like one town over where they had like 3 arcade machines, and that was like wild, like
Ooh,
yeah, that was
yeah.
really crazy. Uh, $20. I got paid $5 to do 5 acres. Oh God,
Oh,
jeez, God
geez.
bless you. Jeez. Uh,
Hopefully you had a riding mower at least.
where did that come from, Will? It's a toy truck. It fell off the toy truck. My friend gave it to me. I traded my friend for it. What were some of my excuses? Some kid at school just had two and he didn't want the other one. Wait a second. These sound like excuses I give my wife when I buy toys. I haven't changed that much. Oh, oh. Nice. $20, that's a good deal, man. I'm sure grandma hooked you up in a bunch of different ways. So yeah, that's great. As a kid, I got went for an hour of chores, which is about a quarter at a time. Oh, at the time. Stores
Mm.
figures 79 cents. See, there you go.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that's definitely worth it.
Back in the
Yeah.
good old days.
Now I'll tell you that that store that I acquired Optimus Prime from, like, so GI Joe figures at the time were like at Kmart they were like $2, right? Um,
Mm.
at this store though they were like $7. Like the little in town store, the local, they charged a lot more for them. There was a upcharge on them.
Yeah,
So
well, they didn't have like the bulk buying power that
yeah,
Kmart
yeah,
had. Yeah.
but they were like much more. So like buying them there. So like on my bike,
Mhm.
it probably wasn't until I was like 10 or maybe 11 or 12 when I finally started like riding my bike to Kmart. That was usually like my
Mhm.
parents would drive us there. But once I like figured out how to get there on my bike, we would. I remember buying I bought the Captain Power. Um,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
was Lord Dread? Was that his name? The bad guy?
Mm, sounds
He had
close,
the
but
black
I'm sure
jet.
somebody will let.
The
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he had the black jet. That the Phantom, I think it was called. That thing was so sweet. I rode my bike to Kmart and got that. Uh, what else? I used to ride my bike to Kmart all the time. After that,
Nice.
yeah, it would take us a little bit of time, but yeah, then I could actually go and buy figures for $2 instead of
Yeah.
the other thing.
Besides acquiring them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, 5 acres and a push mower. You should be strong like
Oof.
like Conan after doing that. Like we should have a montage of you pushing
Mhm.
that mower and then just getting ripped. Uh,
There we go. Here's a confirmation. Yes, Lord Dread.
Lord
Thank you.
Dread was the bad guy for Captain Power. Yeah, I love that jet. It just looked so cool.
Oh yeah.
I remember it was a little expensive. I think it was like 29.99. I spent like all my money on it, but I had to have it. I was like, oh, I need this thing. Like I need it, and I rode my bike and got it. And
Did you ever
I,
try it out with the
oh yeah,
TV
yeah,
and
yeah.
see
I
if it
used to
worked?
record the TV show. It came on like Sundays at like 6 in the morning, so I had to like figure out how to set the VCR to record it. They also came with a cassette tape. I did later get. I didn't have the. My friend bought the Captain Power Jet. He had the. The power, the white one, the white jet, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had the black one, the black and red one. And then I think for Christmas I got the interlocker. It was called. It was like a stationary battle station that could pivot and turn. It had a seat in it and a big cannon. It was really
Yeah.
cool. That's a neat toy. If I could find that, I would love to get one again because I still have pieces of it. It had a the interlocker, I think it was called. I'm gonna see if I could pull up a picture of it because it's a cool toy. Because it also had like a the opposite of a periscope, I guess. You look down into the scope and had mirrors so you would see forward.
Oh,
It was
cool.
kind of cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, I think it was called the interlocker. Uh, was there? Yeah, the interlocker. There it is, right there. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Dude, it's not that expensive. Let me see if I could get
Uh-oh.
this thing in stock online right now. Wait, hold on a second. It's only $20? No way.
It's got to be just the package.
Yeah, maybe. You gotta. This is like the sponsored ad or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is like incomplete. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's share the
Oh,
screen because you got to see this toy. It's really cool. I got this for Christmas, and then this became like my favorite like vehicle for a while. Can we get this thing full screen? Can you see it?
yeah. Okay.
Let me see if I could go to the. Let me go. Is this on eBay? How do I get this big? Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Well, I think you got to at least buy it dinner first, but
Yeah, I guess. I wanted to see the packaging because it's so
there you go.
nice. There
Yeah,
you go.
that's cool.
Yeah, anyway, and you look down through the top, the scope there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't really see
Yeah.
what I'm doing here. And you would, I don't know why I can't just go to the eBay visit site. There we go. Can we just, yes, here we go. Now you can see it, right?
Still seeing the Google.
Oh, share this tab instead. There you go.
Oh,
How's that
perfect.
looking?
Yeah. That's much bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see? And then you would look down here and it had mirrors and you could see the thing. So you'd set this on
Oh,
your
yeah.
table and it had the little light gun on the thing. Much more accurate. You could cheese the show by like standing real close to your TV and like had
Hmm.
the little light thing and it had a score on it. You could also fly around with your friend and like shoot at your friend and it had a receptor and it had a counter on it and you would go up there, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the interlocker. This thing is nice, man. I love this toy.
Yeah.
Worked with all. So you see that little orange bit right there?
Hmm. Yeah.
That was like a scope. So when you look down in through here, you would line it up, and your accuracy was amazing because you had the little tripod and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's the digital score readout on the back of the jet and on the interlocker. Uh, Battle scope for battle figures eye view. This was a cool vehicle. It came with the tape. The shoot and score hits on the TV targets. Have you ever watched the show?
Yeah, I remember seeing it. Like I never had any of the toys to
Yeah,
try with the show, but I remember seeing the show. Yeah.
yeah. It was fun, man. The show was actually a lot more adult than I think. Like,
Hmm.
you
Well,
know,
as I recall, and don't quote me 100% on this, but J. Michael Straczynski, who was the creator of Babylon 5, used to write for Captain Power.
is that right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was
Or at
fantastic.
least
I
that's
loved it.
that's what I remember. Or I
Yeah,
could be having a Mandela moment
that's
and
a good
just
1/18 scale line though, to good rabbit hole to go down. And I think it
hmm.
was Joe Fest 23. Um, the vendor Jason, what's his last name? Murrell? Jason. He had like boxed
uh,
vehicles, and I looked at them. I was like, ooh, and they were like a decent price, all brand new in the box. And he had all the carded figures too. Very good prices though. I'm talking like 40 bucks for like a boxed vehicle. That's like what they were retail. They were like, maybe they were a little more. Um,
Yeah, I think because of all the little light guns and everything
yeah.
built into them, they were probably
That
a little
that
more
Sauron
expensive.
guy though, he's like a cybernetic pterodactyl man. He's awesome.
Yes, he was
He's the
cool.
best. I love him.
Yeah.
Um,
He reminded me a lot of like Repto from the Micronauts, but
yeah,
like a
very,
robot,
very, very
Robo
reminiscent.
Repto. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Very cool. Um, Captain EO popped up first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Show is pretty rad, and
Hmm.
they don't work with modern TVs. Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. That
No,
that
that's a shame.
flashing light, but it really wasn't like so. Like some troopers would be walking by in the background, and their chest would be lit up, and you could like shoot them during the
Hmm.
TV show. It didn't like play
Yeah.
into the plot so much, or like when they were doing like the establishing view of like Dread's fortress. There'd be like things flying by and you
Little
could like pick them
targets.
off while you the videos that came with the vehicles were like a guided mission though. Theirs were cool.
Mm.
So like it was like, there would be like a human, like a live action, and they would be like, all right, we need you, get in your jet and follow me, and then like you'd launch out and then
Yeah.
like a scenario would play out and they'd be like, cover me. And like jets would come in and you'd have to blast their things. And obviously like you could go through the mission no matter what. It was just a VHS, but
Right.
it was much more interactive and it was a lot of fun. Um,
Yeah, I never
yeah, it's
saw
a
any of the
shame that those don't
videotapes.
work
Yeah.
and that they don't have anything like that because that would be a great show, great property to reboot for the modern day.
Yeah.
Um, I think you could do something really cool with that, like in the, and this is World Made of Cardboard's awesome jet that he made.
Hmm.
This is very reminiscent too of like kind of like that
Yeah.
kind of vehicle. But imagine a show where you have like a ship But it's more like I don't know, like you have the ship. It's like remember Skylanders, like with like video games, you would take the figurine, you would put it on the portal, and then that character
Oh
would
yeah,
appear in the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
That was a
Or like
trend
Lego
for.
Dimensions, I think was like
Yes,
that
they
too.
did that, and that was pretty cool. Like they could do something maybe
Yeah, my
a
my
little more
friend's kids had that. I enjoyed watching
involved.
them play it. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids got into it. They had tons of the. They tried to reboot it. Phoenix something or another failed horribly.
Mm,
Oh, really? That's
it's a
terrible.
shame.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think,
Although if you got those old tapes and they don't work with modern TVs, might want to head down to the thrift store and see if you can find one of those old cathode ray tube
yeah, yeah,
TVs
yeah,
that are like heavy as hell and see if that works.
yeah. I can get that. That would be fun. I think that would be really fun. I'm still waiting for a Matt Mason reboot. Maybe Master Universe will dip into the Matt Mason enough to spark interest. Okay. Queen
We'll
Marlene
see.
is said to be connected back to me. Oh, okay. I'm not really
Okay.
familiar with all that, but interesting, and I'd like to see that as well. Uh, but I would like to see some of those older toy lines. Like, not that I think there's anything wrong with the Captain Power toy line, other than I would have preferred if the figures had more articulation.
Yeah, a
That's
bicep swivel.
yeah,
If they
like a
just added a
bicep swivel or
biceps,
something. Yeah,
like
like
yeah.
just a little more articulation would have been good. But
Hmm.
they were cool looking. They were great. I interacted with
Oh
them.
yeah.
They joined all my other you know, kind of adventures and toy lines, and they were in there. Um,
Oh, okay.
the failed toy line killed the show. Is that right? Okay. So I wonder if did they just they were very so those toys were probably with the electronic features and the which could those vehicles could have those vehicles could have existed on their own without all the lights and stuff. Like that
Yeah.
light feature, like the shooting, the laser tag kind of function. Because, like I said, it was fun, but it was a gimmick, and the overall aesthetic of the vehicles and like the like just the fact that this was a cool looking vehicle, like this thing's like a battle
Hmm.
station slash,
Laser tag. Yeah. I mean, like the yeah.
no, like this thing's just a rad looking turret.
Cannon.
It's
Yeah.
like a just
Yeah.
a cool vehicle, and the ships looked great too. I thought so. Do you think they just spent a lot of money on that? Like Mattel, just like you know, the electronics couldn't have been cheap. That would probably double the
Yeah.
cost on them. You know
Oh
what I
yeah. I
mean?
imagine yeah, the electronic features is probably what jacked up the price.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of surprised. I don't I don't recall seeing like that like interlocker hasn't ended up in like somebody's world building display as like a
I'm
manned
surprised
turret.
too, because like I have
Yeah.
the shell of my interlocker. Also, there's another feature. Like I think if you take too many hits, the the cockpit, like the chair that the figure sits in, like launches him
Mhm.
out. So
Oh
that's also like a spring-loaded feature. And I
yeah.
think because of that, like, those pieces get lost and stuff too, because like you have it in
Yeah.
storage and like it just shoots out. And yeah.
Yeah. Those
Anyway,
springs wear out too, and yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Tube style TVs, sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're around.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're around. Yeah.
Yeah, at some point I
Oh
need to pick
yeah,
up
yeah.
one to
Those.
see about hooking up my old TI 994A to.
Yeah, and parents, yeah, probably didn't like their kids running around. Pew pew pew. That's not always the
Well,
best thing.
at least with the Captain Power stuff, that was just like shooting lights, not like shooting darts or Nerf bullets or
Sure,
whatever.
that could
So
be very
yeah.
annoying, I think, because like I remember there was like not really Nerf guns, but like they shot like little rubber kind of pellets and
Mm,
like even bullet shaped things that I got into. And
yeah.
yeah, in the yard, fine, but in the house, my parents hated that. If we were
Oh
running
yeah.
around the house shooting at each other, and I bought my sons the Nerf, they made a Gatling gun with a
Oh yeah,
tripod. Do you remember that? Like,
yeah,
I bought it for the boys, but I was just like, oh, that thing's too cool. It's battery operated, and you would go through like a strip of ammo in like a second, and it
yeah,
was just
yeah.
absurd. But I had to get it from. They had a lot of fun with it, but I will tell you, them shooting that damn thing in the house drove me nuts, and
Oh,
and
I
I
bet.
and I liked it. Um,
Yeah,
but
like
yeah,
back in the 70s, I had this little gun that shot these like little disc, like
yes, the
teeny tiny
disc
little
gun,
disc.
the zebra
Yeah,
zebra guns, and there was one that
yeah,
shot the
yeah,
little
yeah,
yellow BBs, and you
yeah,
would
yeah,
have
yeah.
to. As a matter of fact, hold on one second, because I just got to show you something.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, picture one. Oh, yeah, there's always some parent group that's complaining about violence on TV. That have probably never watched the show all the way through. And yeah. Let's, what we got here? Say my classified figure. It's okay. You're still cool and in the group. We don't discriminate here. Mhm. Yep. It would be cool. I don't think it ever got big enough that it'll get a comeback unless some independent pick it up and get the license. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Zebra 2. Yeah. Yeah. I was a big fan of it too. Yeah. Quite a big fan of that disc shooter. Even after it jammed up and wouldn't work anymore, I still kept it around. Anyway, while Will's doing that, any of you that are Star Wars fans and want to participate in the March Madness uh, competition that's done by SWTVC on Instagram, today is the last day to enter. So if you haven't put in your top 25 list, today is the day. Oh yeah, the Intertech guns that look
Oh, they
too
looked
real.
like they looked. Yeah. So anyway, this is
Yeah.
what I had. I thought this was the Zebra pellet gun. It was in a box. I was just
Hmm.
unpacking stuff, and this is a cap gun instead. So, but
Oh,
it had a
okay.
little cartridge, like a magazine you would push up in there, and it looks like it's a little corroded. But so not what I thought it
Now
was. I just saw it in a
was it
box, and
the was it like the strip of caps or like those like round circle
yeah, I think this
caps?
would take a strip of caps, and then
Oh,
like
okay.
you would load it up in there. But yeah, it looks like it's pretty decent shape. I don't know. It says made in Italy by something toys. Edison something. I don't know.
To
Yeah,
answer
anyway.
Ty's question here. So the March Madness, submitting your top 25, it's top 25 figures you'd like to see them make in the TBC Star Wars collection.
Oh, very
Yeah,
cool. Okay.
here we go. Yeah, Angus has got. Anyway, the last day is today. So if
Oh,
you want
all
to get your
right.
submission in, you got until midnight Eastern time.
Is this new figures? Does this include like figures they've made previously, but we want to see new versions of, or it's just characters
Yeah,
they
it's
never
like
made?
it's any figures you want to or any characters you want to submit. So
Okay.
um yeah, anyway, there's once they get all the entries in tonight at midnight Eastern is the deadline. Then they'll tabulate and see, who all got the most votes, and then it'll work out into like a big bracket grid, kind of like the basketball March Madness, and then it'll be like figure versus figure until they get down to the final one.
Very cool.
So it's
Yeah.
a fun little thing to participate in if you want.
Absolutely. I think so. And I think there's so many figures. Oh,
Oh
nice.
yeah,
Star Killer in his appearance
yeah,
uniform
that's a
for the
good
first
one.
Force Unleashed. Yeah, I think so many characters from the video games too would be fantastic. I
Hmm.
would love to see Knights of the Old Republic, all of those supporting characters. Um,
Hmm.
in figure form. There's so many of them. And then later on, I was a huge fan and loved to play the Old Republic. The what is it? It was Knights of the Old Republic, and then it was just Star Wars: The Old Republic. Was
Yeah.
the MMO RPG, and some of those armor sets that you could get later on in the game looked really cool. So I would love to even see some of those. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, this is
Well,
definitely a toy, and it's a cap gun. Yeah, it's a cap gun. Yeah, hopefully the bright red color helps.
yeah, gives it away.
Yeah, it gives it away. Sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. That's interesting. Were they showing like I guess like miniature like versions? I know Facebook did this years ago where like people selling at marketplace would have like a GI Joe sized weapon, and
Hmm.
if you just take a picture of that on a white background with nothing else around it, then
No con.
it would
Yeah.
flag it, and so I was like, you got to put in like something for a size reference.
Put like a
Um,
penny or a quarter or something in there. Yeah.
oh, cartoon figures from the 80s. That's a good choice
Oh
too.
yeah.
More specifically, I would love to see the ships from the video games too, like all the class ships.
Hmm.
Oh, that would be so fun to make. Um,
Well, in like Star Wars Galaxies, they had all these like different speeders and speeder
yeah,
bikes
yeah, yeah,
that were
fantastic.
never made into toys. Yeah, those would be
Uh-huh.
awesome to get a hold of. I
Oh my
know
goodness.
this year, all my top picks for the 25 were like from Star Wars Visions, the duel, that black and white, real uh, Japanese looking
That's right. Yeah, there were some really neat
short.
characters there too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
I
just want my character. I did the what was it? The one of my favorite characters I played was the Imperial Agent class. There was an Imperial Agent class in Star
oh
Wars: The Old Republic,
yeah.
and I think mine was he was a Chiss agent. He looked
Ooh,
cool.
neat.
And some of the armor like that I got towards the end, I thought he would look cool. They kind of played like a rogue in other games. Um, yeah, a lot of fun. I would love to get like that figure though, like that armor set on the like with the the chest body and everything. Like I just loved it. It was so
Hmm.
cool. Um, and that was a really great storyline too. I really enjoyed it. Um, but yeah,
I never
some
played
really
that
nice.
one,
It's
but
free to
I was.
play, so
Oh, really?
you could play through all the classes, main character stories, and skip everything else, and just play it like a single player game without even interacting with anyone else,
Oh,
and have a
excellent.
fun time. And it's absolutely free. Um, if you wanted
Ooh,
to,
check into that.
I think the only things that are like behind the paywall is like grouping with multiple people. Star Wars Galaxies, dudes. Yeah, I made
Oh yeah, that was
a
heavy in the
Wookiee.
Star Wars
I made a
Galaxies.
Wookiee bounty hunter, I think, in Star Wars Galaxies, and
Hmm.
that had some really interesting gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
I when you were like you actually had like three weapon sets. You had like long range, mid range, and then like up close. So like
Hmm.
as like you were like you could like shoot an enemy from a like you'd have to go prone to shoot an enemy, and then like as they charged you, you could like get up and like start using your rifle, and then like as they got closer to you, then you could use like melee weapons or whatnot. It was really fun.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Well, and I love just being able to like, hey, I'm just play a game where I'm just some random dude running around the Star Wars universe doing
yeah.
stuff. You know, that was the fun of it for me.
What was that? Did you see that someone did like a mod for what was that game? Starfield, I think. It's like a game where you could like explore infinite planets or whatever, but they did like a Star Wars mod for it.
Oh,
Um, and I
interesting.
heard it's like pretty wild. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Saw a couple videos about that. And although here's the thing, I see a lot of cool stuff and I want to go revisit and play old games that I played and have a good time. I just time,
Hmm.
time, time, time. Who has time for
Yeah.
all of it? And that's my biggest issue is I see them and I'm like, oh, I'd love to go back and play some Star Wars Galaxies on like a private server and check it out. And
Hmm.
yeah, but it's like, how much time do I really have to do that?
Yeah. That's why I got out of playing video games after Star Wars Galaxies. I was just like, I just it sucked so much time, but I
Make a
loved it.
Star Wars figure that looks like characters from the Star Wars games on Atari. Digital stickman with lightsaber. Come on, Scott.
Hey, at least that was better than that adventure game on the
Yeah,
Atari
yeah.
where you were like the square that like
I
ran.
loved it though. That was like my
Oh
favorite
yeah,
game.
yeah, it
I
was
love
fun.
that game. And yeah, you just went next to an item and then just start dragging it around with you.
Yeah.
That was your inventory. You could only have one item at a time too, because
Hmm.
you had to, so you'd have to move stuff. Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah,
A
and
lot of
those
great
dragons.
memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I apologize we didn't have a subject. I'm still getting to the Micropolis. I would love to get my work table set up so I could be kind of building and interacting with the Micronauts Micropolis playset,
Hmm.
and be on camera at the same time. That would be wonderful, and that is something that will be able to exist in my new workspace. Um, so definitely thought putting that off would be a good idea because I could do it much more
Yeah. Yeah.
justice.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't really have anything other than that. Other than just great chat. It was good talking to you
Yeah.
guys. Finally
Hey,
got
and
that guilt from what I did many years ago. The Optimus Prime. I apologize to the stationery store um, for my
let
transgressions.
glad we could
I
be your confessional.
Yeah, I changed my ways. uh, Found out about the Bible games. So yeah, just sometimes
Yeah.
just shooting the shoot, so
Yeah.
to speak, has its benefits.
Mhm. Oh, and everybody, don't forget later on tonight, Tony's going to be on with Die Hard 3.75 at, I want to say 9:05 Eastern. I hope I'm
9:05
remembering
Eastern.
that right.
That's right. And you
Because
and
I'm in
Brian,
Central Time, so sometimes I forget.
are you guys doing a show? Outer
No,
Multiverse?
no show tonight.
No
Brian's
Outie.
under the weather, so
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have my fingers gotten scored? I haven't started yet. So, hopefully with this new kind of workbench thing I have, I could lay out all the pieces, kind of compare it to maybe some of the complete sets, see what I've got, and then seeing that it's multi-configurable,
Mm.
based on the pieces I have, I could plan a build that I'm sure I'll be able to make something of substance. Or I got completely ripped off and
Oh yeah.
I have like not enough to make anything great. But
Oh
yeah,
no, you'll be fine. You can build stuff of all sizes with those, as I recall. It's been a while since I've had one, but yeah, it's
yeah. I am very happy to find out the brand of the Bible figures too. Yeah, another collection, another rabbit hole to go down. Definitely feeling that itch about Captain Power though. I'll tell you more so than
yeah,
that.
bet.
I'll be setting some alerts and looking for that stuff because that got my little nostalgia kind of fun times tickling the thing there.
Hmm.
Yeah, guys, if you're in the storm, stay warm. If
Yep.
you're chilling like me in the 85-degree weather, try to keep cool.
Ugh.
Uh,
I mean, granted, we're not like freezing here, but 85 sounds much better than 45.
yeah, yeah. Check out Brotherhood of the Dith if you like the Vision episodes Bob was
Oh,
talking about.
okay.
Okay,
Hmm. All
okay.
right.
My second Insta dedicated to the Ronin. Oh, very
Oh,
cool.
nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen
Hey.
some of your customs,
Yeah.
Ace,
Oh, yeah.
but Brotherhood of the Sith, I
Sith.
think is what
Yeah,
I meant.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Sorry. I wasn't sure if it was a play on words. Sometimes people's names are like play on that, so I just took it as
Mhm.
it was getting we're getting storms in 60 degrees tonight. Yeah. Oh, and if
Ugh,
you're not following,
60.
yeah, Lord of Thane, you have
Yeah.
several
Follow
you're a
his.
man of many accounts. Yeah. But yeah, wonderful characters, stories, and photography over there. Um,
And he started doing like 3D printed animals that look
yeah,
really nice.
just fantastic stuff, man. You are killing it, and it's Brotherhood
Mhm.
of the Sith. So yeah, go check that out,
Excellent.
people.
Yeah.
Um, just bought an interlocker. Nice.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
totally going
That
to be
would
a
look
riot
good with
weapon. Good
riot.
for you, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is great. Yeah, it's cool, and I'm hoping to dig mine out and resurrect it. Possibly that would be fun, and also would love to maybe take inspiration from the ships of the Captain Power
Mm-hmm.
thing and like create some maybe because they have the trigger on there, and I feel like if you
Yeah.
lost that, you wouldn't have to have like the Like a lot of the Captain Power ships, if you look at their profile, like the cockpit kind of swoops down like a high heel shoe almost, and then the
Yeah, yeah.
trigger is in the back. And I would love those ships if they were just kind of straightened out, like in the same
Mm,
plane. Like take a Captain Power ship and flatten it, basically. Get rid of
yeah,
the trigger,
yeah.
and I think they would look a lot cooler. I think they would look cooler. I think that would be something
That
fun to
almost
do.
sounds like a job for a 3D printer.
That's right. That does sound good. But yeah, I think we've taken up enough of your time, people. You have been swell. It's been great talking to you all.
Yeah,
Bob,
it's
thank
been
you so
fun.
much for hanging out.
Always a
Um,
pleasure.
yeah, there was nothing really to talk about. So I kind of, oh, packages, guys, I didn't forget. I haven't shipped them, but I will this week. So as soon as
You got to get your new layout set up so that you can like
that would be
put
great. It
the
would be
stuff
so
in the
much easier
packaging
too,
and have
because yeah,
yeah.
I'll have like this long workbench that I could just stand at, and I don't have to like sit
Hmm.
down and like I work so much better standing up. Like so this thing's like standing height, and I could just do everything. It'll be so much fun. So much better. I can't wait to start streaming from there and just be able to show you guys so much more because there's so much. Like I said, like this is just a small part. I have an entire wall over there that I can't show, and then a wall over here, and it'll all be in one place, and I could just vroom, 360. So it'd be great. I could stream from a new shelf every day, and have a new background. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But you guys have an
Yeah.
awesome Sunday,
Yeah. Have fun,
and
everybody.
great
Stay.
week, and yeah, stay safe, people. Thanks. Yeah, we'll do, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.